You get the R5 Doinby picks, and we get the Lee Sin mid. Bust out the ultimate bravery here, dude. I don't know what the hell this guy's going to build.
As to whether or not Shanji's going to move his way down to that bot side, or if they're going to attempt to try a very early gank here.
Oh, wow. PP God picking off right where he left off with the Nautilus. Everybody's flashing for Kyle, and it's not going to matter. NIP just has something different in the water right now. Right as aggressive as they were in game one, they find first blood 2 games in a row.
Already been started. So if Hope and Kyle reset at the same time Flandra does, they can swap lanes, and the bot lane of AL can be around the dragon as well.
Good call out there as they try and play the neutral game, but they're not going to be able to get all of the grubs. NIP feel much stronger now. They're trying to push the issue. Last scrub not being taken as Leave and Hope get into a rare marksman 1v1, and Leave is winning it. Hope has to flash back towards his turret, but now Leave is stuck and left with Kyle and Tarzan, who are just going to bop him on down. Leave went for the hero play, and like so many 80 carries in your solo queue games, he gets caught being way too far forward. Camp's getting a ton of experience lead, and it's Tarzan that is kind of lost looking for these proactive plays. He does have the Impale available, that Big Skarner ultimate, but doesn't really have the vision or the control to step up for this dragon. And with Doinby swinging over, they are going to secure it. Asher going to go down, going to go between the uprights. That's a field goal, not what you want if you are AL. Down goes Stranglethorns. Doinby going to fly in, force Kyle to flash, but he chases him, gets the Warthog flash kick. Doinby does it for his son's birthday. Happy birthday, kid. I just found a solo bolo for my squad.
But again, AL are just here first. We saw what being there first did for NIP around the dragon. AL currently take one away, deny that stack on the feet, and I think that's all they were after.
Yeah, it's just so weird to see this Skarner that we hyped up. I mean, has not been played yet in 2025. We're talking LPL splits, and we're seeing install impacts away from fights.
Game also kicking Tarzan through people could very well be a big source of damage for Doinby.
Flandre going to use the Rumble ult to cut down the wave, but it wasn't in time. The dive's still going to come through.
Oh,
Asher's
no!
going to land onto PP God.
The plants!
The plants were taking up the turret aggro.
Unless it's in Renata, which is conveniently in this game as well. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I got a lot of learning to do. We see Aki easily taking care of this dragon. And we got to keep talking about Aki. Hold on. Tarzan does not go after the dragon. He wants to leave, knows that doesn't have that E up. They're going to try and lock up PP God here with the slows from Hope, but it's Tarzan to go for his big first move, and boy, was it a big one. Flash Impale on to Leave. There's no way in hell he survives. Ton of ultimates used here for AL, but they're still trying to push the tempo here with no Rumble ultimate. They're slowing up Doinby, but Lee Sin is slippery as ever, even if he is playing in the mid lane.
Two very, very scary carries as we move into the mid to the late game. But NIP so far have set up around this top side, around this Herald, and you know my concerns for the NIP late game, I'm not here yet.
Nope, not even close. Herald battling with a plant there, but the engagement come through on the PP God. They're going for Tarzan, gets the Impale, but he's locked up by the Stranglethorns, but he survives through it all. PP God gonna go down first. Doinby gets caught out by Shanks of all people, who throws him back into his team, and there's the install impact we needed from Tarzan. He survives and sets his team up for success. The first real big fight win for AL all day long.
Completely runs roughshot over AL, and Anyone's Legend, they're able to find a very solid fight. Again, the 5v5s for Anyone's Legend will be favored for them.
Here, it's going to start a juggle for position around this third Drake. NIP have the stacking.
Yeah, this is a good angle for Tarzan to get in. This is a do-or-die fight for NIP. If they lose here, the game falls completely out of their control, but if they can wrestle some of it back, they may still have a chance. They're 2 Drakes to 0 at the minute, securing Soul Point again. Gives them a slight win condition, a offset to the late game team fight. And NIP, they started it up.
They got the plants. Zyra can really burn through this. Doinby to take the turn on the backside, join the fight. Equalizer down. Tarzan goes in, only finds PP God. Arrow does lock up Doinby for the time being, but AL have to come off the back of their engagements. Tarzan to flash, find another Impale onto PP God with the Renata ult as well. Forces Shanji off the front line, and AL can do exactly what they do best. Front to back and fly in with Shanks and Sand Soldiers. The back of NIP has been broken.
Have no response to this AL team fight. The 5v5 is just favored for them. They had a job to push the early game, and they failed. To Kyle, that's it.
And we talked about it from draft, right? As cool as it is of being a Doinby Lee Sin pick, a pick that he's known for, and you mentioned with the Azir especially, it just does not fit the style NIP drafted for.
composition that looked to want to play at range. They had a couple of nice beefy tanks in Shanji and PP God as well to attempt to do that, but then you know, maybe feeling that they didn't have the ability to make plays. They weren't really sure how they were going to go about that, but Doinby, looking in this Lee Sin, is now going to feel the consequences of his actions as he looks to take this tier 2 turret.
He'll knock it down as Mini Wave goes away. Flandre gets a ton of damage through. Doinby gonna kick to create some space. Ward hop to safety, but Flandre wants to chase him. Flash for flash they go. Doinby waiting on cooldowns as Flandre chases him through, but it's a snipe from halfway across the map. Thank you, Hope, courtesy of Flandre.
What is important, and AL, they have to commit a little bit more into the top side to bait in NIP, but it opens up this bot side.
Still so much time on this revive. Tarzan on this Skarner, so tanky already.
World, AL, 4 members strong on this top side with TP.
Third time's the charm. It's a saying for a reason. Ash Arrow, ooh, good ramp stance there for Shanji, is going to neutralize it. Solar Flare doesn't hit Tarzan for a stun, so he impales Shanji and serves him up like dinner. Stew at the dinner table. Doinby teleports in just a bit too late. He has to shift back towards his teammates.
Just
for a matchup of historical ramifications. Man, I was about to mention Tarzan. Really low HP getting chased down. Shanji teleports in. Now they're just going all into Flandre with PP God Flash Zenith Blade. So it's not Tarzan that gets picked off. It could be Flandre. Big heal comes across with Kyle, and I spoke too soon. They both end up getting out of dodge.
Yeah, I mean, there's Riftmaker on Flandre, who's got just a little bit of durability there, but also look at who's flashing in. It's PP God Shanji, your 2 tanks. There's not the damage there. But Doinby on this Lee Sin doesn't really do too much damage. The Shanji PP God duo as well is there for CC or frontline. Again, looking at the frontline the AL have, well, it's just the premium S tier tank there. Doinby gets player of the game in game number 1. Game number 2, Tarzan gets the most overpowered champion and is the reason that they're starting and winning these fights.
And on cue, here comes Tarzan barreling in. Ixtal's impact. See the equalizer come through as well, and cuts off any escape for PP God. Doinby trying to find a 1v1 with Shakes, but he just doesn't have the damage, doesn't have the juice, the sauce to tangle, wherever you want to phrase it. Doinby's on the back foot now. Aki flashes to safety, but the burn gets him, and NIP are just scattered to the wayside. There's nothing for Doinby to do but get chased down by Tarzan, who gets the impale. He sighted him out and knocked him down. Tarzan may have floundered in game 1, but he's stepping up big to try and force a 1-1 bout. AL versus NIP.
It's a 4-0, and Leave dies as well. Hope goes forward, flashes in and finds the ace. Another Game Slayer. No Baron needed. NIP now absolutely in shambles.
Game 1, NIP domination. Game 2, AL bounce back. And that's just tantalizing when you think about 3 potential more games coming your way. Just as expected, a 1-1 split to start it off, and game 2 marked by 2 big words: Tarzan's revenge.
A Scott on a diff, maybe, in game number 2.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.